tight, it don't seem right. If you don't love me, won't you tell me tonight? I can't stand holding on to a dream I can't have. You're too loose to get tight. I want to love you, I guess I always will. But when I leave you, well, you know the way I feel. I can't stand holding on to a girl I can't love. You're too loose to get tight. But if you ever think you love me, won't you tell me one time you're not too loose to be mine? tight, it don't seem right. If you don't love me, won't you tell me tonight? I can't stand holding on to a dream I can't have. You're too loose to get tight. I want to love you, I guess I always will. But when I leave you, you know the way I feel. I can't stand holding on to a girl I can't love. You're too loose to be right. But if you ever think of love me, won't you tell me one time you're not too loose to be mine? Go now. Don't misunderstand me when I come to you and try to say the things I want to say. You know the things I want to say I really mean. Every time I talk to you, you put me down. It hurts so bad I can't believe you came around my side and tried to put me through a sea. Don't misunderstand me when I lock my door and tell you that our love is through. Don't come around no more and try to put me through a sea. The only way that I could see for me to be the kind of man I want to be is leaving you, so let my mind will set me free.
Well, friends, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Welcome back to Role Playing Unlimited Thursday Night Gaming. I, of course, am your host, Tragically Aijy, coming to you live from the 100th Meridian, where the Great Plains begin. Hope you're enjoying some sod here in the backdrop. Definitely a rare gem of a find. Can definitely find the albums on like Discogs and perhaps if you get lucky at a used record store. But otherwise, online in a multitude of places. First stop, of course, should be Role Playing Unlimited YouTube page because mine is the only one that separates them by track. Everybody else that has ported the Sod albums onto their YouTube page, it's one track, the whole album. Which, fine, that's cool, but sometimes people want to find a specific song. And yours truly, being a son of Sod, definitely went through the painstaking process. In my early 40s, I had completely forgotten about the whole difficulty with vinyl and like trying to get the fucking needle like on the right point and then like pausing between tracks so you could sync it up, dubbing to CDs. It was a whole thing, but a lot of fun. So here we are again in game, and this is probably going to be a bit of a rebuilding here, as some of these early campaigns are sometimes want to do. Well, let's first and foremost get into the voice chat and get everybody. Yeah, good evening. Hello, welcome.
Aha, there's our fearless leader.
I'm afraid of everything.
Our fearful leader?
More apropos. Andrew, how you doing, man?
Now that you have arrived, we can take over the world! Mwahahaha.
Well, maybe Andrew stepped away for a moment, and Dan is possibly figuring out the push to talk here for Discord. That is something we do have set for quality of life, so we don't pick up unintentional background noise from our multitude of players beaming in from a multitude of locations. And there's Kai. Welcome. I was just about to tag you in the Discord. Where you at? Get in here. We need our full party. Because our full party tonight appears to be 5. We were due to have 7. Of course, Boruk will not be here this evening, and we did unfortunately have a last-minute step out, so we are down to a full party of 5. And yeah, it looks like we do at least have that set up here. So first and foremost, let's get back onto the field of battle. We had some stuff going on in the ruined sewers of a once great civilization, and we are fighting what are known as roachlings, as well as these adorable critters, some kind of a abyssal or infernal monster. And we do have one character who will be joining us mid-battle once Daniel gets everything set up on his end there. In the meantime, though, and once you're all set up there, Daniel, by all means, just feel free to pipe in and interrupt us. If you do have any questions on how to get it set up, feel free to, of course, text us in the Thursday crew chat, and one of us will hopefully be able to get that set up for you. Short, it'll be in your Discord settings. Scroll a little bit down to voice and video and push to talk. Set your keybind in that section. Now, we did have Boruk, but as we will find out, part of our out-of-game device here for missing players as well as new players is, in Boruk's case, since he is not here tonight, his character is being called back to the Judicial, our capital starship, for could be any number of reasons. Personal emergency, something that only his character is suited to, etc. and so on. There is never any mechanical interaction in that respect. I think that might have been Dan trying to get in. Check.
Okay, no. Yeah, checking my audio.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Alright, so you guys picked that up. Okay, I know what I did wrong.
I hope you came in a little muffled on that one. Say again.
Okay, I think I know what I was doing wrong before.
Gotcha. And Dan's icon no longer shows mute, so I think he's at least on the way to getting that set up.
I was going to say one of the most interesting ones we used to do for a D&D thing when a player wasn't able to make it was we had our player pouch, which one of the characters would carry around, and it would just carry the spare players in it whenever they popped out.
Yes. Don is a fan of that one. We've had previous campaigns where it's not as easy to hand wave characters coming in and out. So the bag of lodging, I think, is he found for 3E was essentially the same purpose, the pouch, and then it could double up as well if you had a party member who didn't need to sleep. They could continue traveling through the night while the rest of the party got a full rest in the bag.
Nice.
Is Kai still, yeah, it looks like she's still working with her. I feel like fucking crazy Joe Davola here. Ugh, the hair on my tongue. You know how much I hate that?
Break out the razor.
Alright, and, I don't know that I brought this up last session, but did anybody by chance happen to track our initiative?
No.
No worries. That is something that I will bring up starting now. It happens a lot where we end a session mid-initiative. And if one of you is so kind to screenshot that or otherwise track it and post it to our Discord specific channel for Thursday Crew, that will earn you a inspiration point for your next session. And doesn't always have to be the same person recording it. If you guys want to switch off, this week I get the inspiration, next week so-and-so gets the inspiration, etc. and so on. In this case, since we don't have it tracked, we're just going to roll a completely new initiative here. So go ahead, click your token, click your initiative button. Dan, is the voice chat working for you? Hello, hello.
Yep, it is.
Hey, salutations.
Victory.
Coming in a little low there. Let me adjust your volume. Take two. Try again, Dan.
Can you hear me?
There we go. Fantastic. Welcome to the table. Pleasure to have you.
I do have a quick question. For the polls and everything else, I think I have an inspiration from that. I also have one of those auto 20 death saves. And of course the 2 items, which I've got on the character but have not yet attuned.
That's not a question.
I was just going to ask about that, and then someone had gifted me a sub, which means that I also have another inspiration from that. Can I have 2 on the same character?
Yes and no. The inspiration that you got from the poll is its own entity. It doesn't count against any inspiration limits for subscriptions. As you are a Tier 1 subscriber, you get 1 inspiration every week. It resets on Monday. So as you are involved in 2 sessions, you essentially have to choose whether you're going to use it tonight or use it on Sunday night with that character, because then Monday it'll reset for you to use again for the next week.
All right, sounds good. I think I should save that one for my next character because, well, she's been having some difficulty with her will saves.
Yeah, the G24 campaign is definitely dialed up to 11. Most of them are at this point. All right, so oh, looks like we got Andrew's token set up here correctly. Is that where you were on the map, or did you just happen to drag yourself out? Because yeah,
That's where it was, because last week I misty stepped behind the enemy and then shot him in the back.
Gotcha, gotcha. Yes. Yeah, because your token had just completely disappeared from my map, so I was like, I have no idea where he's at. I could have watched the VOD, but the amount of time I have to do that is very sparse. Alright, so we got some of your initiatives here, and while we get that going, let's just hope for the best on this, and... Alright.
That's one big pony.
Is that just your character illustration, or did you also want to use that as your character token there, Dan? Oh, I'm guessing he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't even see anything right now. It's probably just a stark
It's just a stark
pitch.
blackness.
Yeah, pitch black map for you right now. He's like, what am I supposed to be looking at here, dude? All right, well, let's give you some vision, and then that will at least solve that dilemma. All right. So now you have standard human vision based off of here. If the map is still black for you, do a reset, roll 20 page reload, and it should fix that for you.
I was gonna say then Riddick runs by and goes, family. And then as he fades down the hallway, you hear, I am Groot.
Okay, yeah, the map is still it's still kind of black.
How about now?
I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, you should be able to see a bit from the token here. Let's, I guess it doesn't. Okay. I have not set that up correctly. 1 second. There we go. Okay. How about now?
You did say he has human vision, and I don't think there was any light sources except for maybe the fairy fire at the moment, but it doesn't seem to be showing up as a light source.
Yeah, his vision should be set for everybody to see from, because yeah, he's emitting bright light 20 feet, low light 20 feet.
Someone last week cast the light spell on, I think it was a barbarian or something.
What spell was that?
Light spell.
The light spell. Someone cast light.
I think
do
I
recall
cast
that.
light on the Minotaur, wasn't it?
Oh, and he's gone.
Yeah.
Alright, bear with me a moment here. I don't know what our connection difficulty is, but hopefully we can fix this sooner than later. Dan, are you able to see at all?
I am, sorry, this push notification. It's taking a little bit to get used to.
Gotcha, no worries. Okay, so we do have you on the map here. Are your squire and others with you on the field of battle, or are they like kind of behind in a narrative sense? Make sure to hit that push to talk.
The squire is the only one that is currently riding me. The rest are back home or somewhere else.
Okie dokie. Bear with me while I set this token up here.
Every day of my life, I would spend loving you. If you will only stand by my side, girl, you've got to take all the love
Okie dokie.
that I have in my
I think we got that. Good, good. Looks okay. Alright,
Is her
so
last name pronounced Tutus or Tutus?
I hope the former.
It is it is Tutus.
I hope it was a
Tutus?
name and a business. Well, with your since you have both tokens on the board, go ahead and roll your initiative for each of them, and then I will get to knocking that out on my side. Kai, did your Discord ever get to working for you there?
Yes. I'm.
Hooray! All right. Not too shabby then. We knocked that out in pretty decent order. Alright, well let me roll some Oh, I really have no idea in response to a Discord question there.
No problem.
I'm just
curious.
kind of winging it. Day of your life. Alright, here we go. First initiative for me is a natural 1! Well, that's fantastic.
Great start to the game.
How about for the Roachlings, the Skirmishers? And just a reminder, after your characters had been summoned by letter to be a part of this new guild that was being established on the world of Enemir, the Sith Lord Darth Nihilus made his debut at the Coalescence campaign, and in short order, the world of Enemir is doomed, and everybody and everything living upon it. Your characters were swooped and absconded in time before this occurred, and after that fact, you became part of the Core Worlds Confederacy specialist branch of the military known as TAC-X, or Tactical Extreme. Told that not only was TAC-X dedicated to finding a way to defeat this Sith Lord, but also your characters would be well compensated for any efforts that you made on that behalf. So after signing up, you were immediately tasked to this planet here. And there is supposedly something in the ruins of this old city, in the sewers beneath it more specifically, that relates to Nihilus in some respect. What it is, we do not know, but that's where we find ourselves now. We just made our way into the sewers here when these Roachlings, quite aware of your group's presence, set free these wretched, nasty little things from the cages that some of you may see. And that is where we find ourselves.
Oh, yeah!
My next initiative was not much better. I think that's all I have. Yeah, some of my guys are already dead, like especially over down here. 3 of them are perished. Alrighty, well,
there was also one up to the north that was perished as well, and then there was some unseen presence that was doing something also.
Correct, yeah, there is something unseen that is effing with us. That reminds me, I should get that thing's initiative. Maybe I get better than a 4. Hey, a 16. Alright. So Callista would be first in our initiative order here. So go right ahead, my friend.
Alright, so she's going to move forward to see if she's got clearance to see the one other person over here.
Oh, sure enough, there's that guy around the corner, standing up on top of a ledge. Who put up the fairy fire?
Callista did.
Fantastic.
Okay, so there's this one guy here, right?
Correct.
Okay. So going to use Clockwork Bolt, and I guess it. Do you want me to link it?
Yeah, go ahead, post it up, please. One action, right? As part of the action, you can make the ranged attack. Okay. Ow! Well, that'll definitely hit. And all but assure that guy's fate. He only has 1 hit point left, so hell or high water at the end of his next turn, he's just going to get slashed to death.
Okay, she's going to end her turn.
Okay. So up next, our hidden ooze that is doing stuff to people. I believe it needs to recharge. It does not, so it will pass the torch over to our new arrival, Marcus Zebra the Third of Third. So go ahead and tell us a bit about your character before you gallop into the field of play here, if you would, please.
Every time I talk to you, you leave my soul in misery.
Remember
Don't
that push
forget
to
to
talk.
push to talk.
Okay, yeah. Marcus Zebra. Marcus Zebra here. I come from a long dynasty of warriors. Knights sworn to serve knights sworn to service. It's Marcus is a unicorn. Uh they they usually rely on their servants for different tasks that they can't do themselves. Marcus comes from a noble family that is contracted with the Tudis family. They have served hand in hand in many battles together. So this their first appointment is their coming of age kind of a thing where they have to go out and train the new heir of the Tudis family to knighthood and to become their partner in the future.
Very cool.
Welcome.
Go right ahead with your turn here, then.
Uh, like Evangeline, could you could you can you get a torch from my can you get a torch from my backpack from my pack and then light it? I can't see anything here.
Yeah, the vision that your character currently sees is as though a torch had been lit. 20 feet of bright, 20 feet of dim. You are currently in a narrow tunnel, which is why nothing is on your left or right. So if you step forward a few to the south, the room should open up a bit more.
If you're speaking, we don't hear you right now, Dan. You got to push your push to talk.
There we go. You can see one of the dead roachlings off to your left there. Two of these weird little toothy abyssal creatures there to your south. And a couple allies up ahead across the bridge. Just a heads up here, it is a good 10-15 feet down in the sewer trenches. that we see spread throughout the map. So mind your footing.
You know the rules, you were there to make you know the truth, but soon you might mistake. You're not sure, then you might try to fake it before you try to take it. Now there is something here you got to learn. It's when you take, you got to give in return.
So what you thinking?
I'm going to move a little further ahead and then try to. These are monsters right in front of me.
Correct. Yeah, general rule of
Okay.
thumb, if it has a red health bar, it is not your friend.
Okay, I'm going to try a hoof attack at it.
Alrighty. Is your sheet giving you problems? Alright, 23 will definitely hit. And, alright, 8 points of... Not sure if that's bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing, but either way. Alright, so that's move, that's attack. Anything with your bonus action? Or we passing on?
I am passing for now.
Alright. That's over to Evanara then.
All right, Avanara is going to be focusing on this boyo right down here, and she is going to launch a luminous bolt at him. Does a 10 hit?
I missed who the lucky target is. Oh, that dude all the way over there. A 10 is a miss. AC is 13.
Could I use my inspiration then to take that 13 instead?
Yes, indeed.
So he has to make a DC 13 con save or be blinded until the start of the next turn, I think it is.
Okay, con save is a 16. Eesh.
Alright, so he is not blinded.
I'm not blinded by the light. Well, okay.
And then I shall move down to there.
Alright. And right up there after you is Andrew's turn. Welcome back.
All right, thanks. So with everything going on, let's see, my character probably would just be the kind of take cheap shot. So probably would go for this guy up here again. That's what he shot last time. So
Okay.
that's what he's going to go for. So he's going to take aim at him with a short bow. Let's see.
That will hit. Oh, jeez. Well, he had 1 hit point left, so yeah, he's definitely done.
Yeah. And see. From there, then he's going to try and take some cover just in case. So these little bridges right here, like how high what's their elevation? Like is it from the floor level, from floor level? How high do they go up?
The level of the floor that you're at, or the sewage passage below?
The bridges right here, the little passages. Was that a flat passage or is that an arch? Like an arch?
It's a
bridge?
slight arch, yeah. So it'll
Okay.
it'll elevate like about 3 feet above your current position. So if you were standing all the way down in the trench, it's like almost 20 feet high.
Okay. All right, so it's a little bit. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so I'll probably just move over to here and crouch, and then try and take the hide action as my bonus action, just so I'm out of anybody, just to avoid any attacks on the next turn. So that's my turn.
All right. Go ahead and roll that stealth check. Let's see how successful you are at that. Thank you for the 7-month Tier 1 subscription there, Mesmera. How are you with us? A 12 on your stealth. Well, I mean, maybe you shouldn't have worn your Chris Jericho jacket and lit up a cigarette at the end of the fucking movement there, but otherwise, maybe next time, dude. And that will pass us over to the Squire up at the unicorn's back. Remember, you're pushed to talk there, Dan.
The squire would stay. They would look confused around in the area. There's one to our side, but I can't reach it. Can I ready an action to attack if the one to the side gets anywhere close to us?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll throw a little clock icon on your character there. And that'll bring it up to the Roachling Skirmishers. All 3 of them, one of whom is guaranteed death at the end of his turn. Or no, there's 4 of them. Baruch was getting kind of effed up right here. Maybe that's why he got called back to the Judicial. He was already at 9 of 23 total hit points, and 2 of these things were about to gang up on him. Instead, seeing that their prey has vanished, they're going to skitter on out like the roaches they are. We can see Evangeline on horseback here. Do we have a ranged option? We do! We're going to throw a dart. Natural 1! Alright, so that didn't do anything.
As he stabs himself in the toe.
Ow, my toe! Ow! Well, this one right here. Acrobatics, yes. Good enough. Then move. And I believe this was the one that got the amazing mid-leap shot over his back at disadvantage that clipped Borak last session. So we'll try our luck here once again. No, Evanara's got very good cover from that guy. Zebra's got decent cover. It's not, I don't know how obvious it is to you there, Dan, but there is an elevated platform here separating this path from this path right here. Being large, though, it doesn't give you the cover it might otherwise. Looks like Evangeline has drawn the short straw. Another dart in her direction. This one is at long range, though, so disadvantage. A 7. Nope. And if that's the case, this one's going to step right on up here. Andrew did not fool that one in the slightest with that stealth check. So it's going to get right up in your face and stab out with a short sword. Oh, damn. A 16 to strike for 7 piercing.
Really loves you. Guess who? Guess who?
Indeed.
Someone really cares. Guess who?
Alrighty.
Guess who? Open up.
Well, Callista did this, so we're going to try some retribution here. 10, 20, F. Yeah, we're just going to leap off of here.
Kai was asking if they're in the turn order. I don't see them.
Oh. You may have forgotten to click your token before rolling initiative, so the initiative showed up, but the oh, yep, that's it right there. Somebody's push to talk is it looks like Andrew's like got his permanently pushed. It's like putting in background noise every few seconds. If you can amend that, please. Alright, so let's get yours there. Good. Okay. You're still after the Roachling, so the turn order is correct. This one's going to throw a dart at Callista. Oh, dear God, a natural 20. For 6 piercing.
Gonna... yeah, you know what? I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it.
And doesn't matter what you roll for the damage on the spell. This thing only has 1 hit point left, so it just gets shredded at the end of its turn after hopping down to that ledge. And then that will pass it over to Kai's turn as Lilith. Welcome back.
Hit points doesn't seem to be going down.
It did on my side. I show you have 12 of 18.
Oh, okay, thanks.
All good, buddy. Backing up. Remember your push to talk.
Yeah. It went off on me. Nails this week. So I want to use my Wildfire Spirit, but this is my first time using one. So can I summon that? I think I would like to summon it in front of me. Should I share it or?
Post the effect so I can see just what all it entails.
Getting there. Maybe. I forgot how to.
Oh, you're coming in muffled there. What was that?
I'm sorry. I forgot how to drag and drop it into the thingy.
It's not already on your character sheet?
I think she means the token.
Yeah, I was just asking for the like the spell or the effect to be posted to the chat log before we drag anything onto the board, so I can see just what we're looking at.
Getting there. I gotta find it. I forgot that's how you do it. I think I'm gonna scratch that idea because I did not make a token for him yet.
Travel down the road with your heavy load. Take the blues route now, coming from the cold. Lots of ways to go. Why not take it slow? Take the blues route now. Just let it flow.
I don't know. Every time I try to roll it on my my iPad, it just keeps shutting down Roll20. So I don't know what is going on.
I guess maybe inaudible then.
Come on in if you can to your native land. Take the blues route now, where it all began. Just take the blues route now, where it all began. Just take the blues route now, where it all began.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna cast automatic. Go ahead.
That was very muffled. I don't think we quite understood what you were saying there.
Sorry. My computer is having technical difficulties right this moment. I'm trying to cast Produce Flame in the forward direction from where I am facing. That is all. Not Fairy Fire.
Alright. Are we using it as the attack version?
Yes. Aimed at this said situation here.
Okay. Is there an attack block built for it on the core section of the character sheet?
Again.
Oh yeah, our Twitch chat just blew up with all the people saying how horrible it is to use a tablet for Roll20.
Oh, I didn't know that. I apologize.
No worries. Laptop and PC or otherwise are definitely the optimal. And then Discord is its own bag of worms.
I might start having to use my husband's PC.
There we go. 19 will hit. So click the damage side of it.
Oh, damage is not inside the spell. Sorry. I keep closing out of my character sheet. Them.
If you want to roll just a basic D8 too, if that's quicker, because that's the damage that it will deal. Alright, so 5 points of fire damage. It is resistant to fire, so it will take 2 points of fire damage. Yeah, unicorn should be right here, just hanging on to the edge of the ledge. And is that it for Lilith's turn?
Yes.
Alrighty. So up next are the wretches. I got one. I have one of them. Okay. It's gonna go after. Well, there's a big unicorn right there, and that would trigger the ready to action from Evangeline, technically sitting right there, so go ahead and take a swing. Are you ready with that ready to action? There we go. A 9 will miss. This thing is taking a bite out of, I guess it could be 50-50 at this point. So, looks like the squire, it will be chomp, a 10, which appears to hit for a whole 3 points of slash. That will call it a day for the wretch right there, and pass the turn order back to the top for Callista here. And during our second turn, let's go through some character introductions, reintroductions for our new player here, as we also take our turns.
All right. Callista is a winged tiefling, and as you can see, that's her picture. She currently is flying and using a light crossbow. Looks like she's got studded leather armor on. And I'm gonna move the character in a second.
All right.
This should allow her to attack the one in front of Yutsuki, correct?
Correct.
Without, no, okay, cool, nice.
Yeah, you've completely gotten around the pillar, so no cover bonus.
Okay, cool, yeah. So she's flying as well, so
yeah,
wouldn't fall. Same thing, Clockwork Bolt.
Okay. That's a hit, and that'll just kill it outright. One shot.
Great. End turn.
Alrighty. And I already rolled the recharge for the ooze. Nothing doing there. And we will pass it back up here to Marcus's second turn. Go right ahead there. You got this abyssal wretch standing on the ledge there, taking a bite out of your passenger. What you thinking? Am I really?
Hey, you! Quit making so much love over there!
Well, that'll definitely hit. I don't know why this is happening now, where damage rolls separately from the attack. It used to just all roll at one time. Saved us all valuable minutes in the grand scheme of things.
There's actually an option under the gears if it's not set properly, then it won't.
Yeah, maybe they changed their default to don't roll, whereas it used to be do. That's not even calculating for a crit, though, so go ahead and roll another die 8 on top of that. Yeah, I had the Mike's. What? You can't hear me? What the fuck's wrong with you guys? I don't understand what the problem is. Come on. There we go. Got the 6 points. Bam! Alright. So that will hit. Anything else with your turn there? Alright, well that will provoke an attack of opportunity from this thing. And it will happily take that. Could technically do it against either of you, as you both vacated. Well, no, it can't do it on the passenger, because forced movement does not count. So this attack will be on the horse itself. Oh, damn. A 20 to hit for 2 slashing. That movement will cost you. Otherwise, feel free to proceed with whatever else you had going on. Just a reminder, I don't know if you're talking, we don't hear anything on your side.
Joys of push to talk.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, once I started hearing Double Jeopardy in the background and the occasional from people's headsets, it was like, yeah, it's time to enact the push to talk. We're not cavemen.
Speak for yourself. Ugh.
Is that it for your turn, Dan?
Well, there goes my plan. Dan, you need to push to talk. Let us know if you're done your turn or not.
It's like somehow he went back on mute. Oh, now he's off of mute.
Or just type in that you're done your turn down in the Roll20 chat even.
Or if you're done with your turn, say nothing at all.
Sorry. I hopped onto the Discord on my computer because I thought I could control it better, but it turns out it's not working.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Make sure to get the damage from the attack of opportunity. Otherwise, we pass it on to Mike, just there to the south of you. Welcome.
All right, I have a question for you. If I were to move from where I am to here, do I have a clear spot? Because he's kind of like hovering in 3 different spaces right now. To move to there, or is that going to be moving through his square?
Yeah, he did get in a space that is not aligned with the grid. That is, of course, okay to do. The downside in this case, though, is, yeah, you would be in enough of his space that you would both be considered squeezing. In that case, yeah, you have a clear space to go right there.
Okay, perfect. And with the 19 strength, I'd have enough to be able to vault over top of the pit, right?
19, yes.
Okay, so Evanara is going to be basically running up to here, leaping across over to here.
Oh.
And as she's going across, she's going to smash him in the head with her warhammer.
No!
I'll use my extra inspiration that I get, the once a week thing, to take that 20.
Well, the 20 for 10 damage will just send his corpse scattering across the floor as he doesn't even see it coming.
And then I'll move 5 more feet back here.
Alrighty.
And my turn is done.
Very cool. And up next to Andrew. This guy was right up in your face, but now he's dead. So what you got?
Alright, looking for another cheap shot. Not a lot of options. But gonna move over to across the bridge and just move up a little bit from that point there. Just go ahead and take a shot. Either one of these two are visible to me right up here.
1 second, you're on a bit of a lag on my side. I mean, if you see them, then they're definitely visible. Doesn't look like either of them would have cover from your position either.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, you're
so
good.
I'll just go ahead and check. I'll just tack the nearest one, this guy here.
Okay.
With the attack.
Yikes.
And miss orbit.
Yes, indeed. AC for these things is only an 11, but a 9, no good.
And let's see. Well, since I'm not near anybody, doesn't look like there's any nearby threat. I'm just gonna take a position right there, and that'll be the end of my turn. Oh wait! I had a question. The good berry that I have from the character before, is that a bonus action or action to take?
It's an action to take. It's like the most delicious berry ever. You really have to savor it.
Alright, not a problem then. So that'll be the end of my turn.
Especially for you to get the 4 hit points healing from it.
Right. You almost have to like make a small jam out of it and like tuck it between 2 crackers and like take a full turn just enjoying it. Bad guys around you are all approaching. You're just like, hold up, dude. I got my cracker here.
Don't forget laying out the blanket, putting out the candle, or putting up the candles, and popping the wine bottle too.
Yes. Let's get the full procedure here. Well, it is Dan's turn with the squire. He did say he's stepping away for a moment, so we will play the final Jeopardy song here in the backdrop. And if he's back before then, fantastic. Otherwise, we'll put it on another hold here and proceed with the roaches. At triple time.
He needs to get that squire a sling, because I think the squire can only reach melee.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, we're going to put that on a hold there under the same specs as last time. Roachlings, I've only got one of them left. And it saw what happened to this thing when it rushed up on them, so we're not so eager for that. Sure. It's going to toss a dart at Evangeline again. Try its luck this time. Oh, damn! Not only will that hit, that's going to hit for most of her hit points, I do believe. I'm just going to track that until he comes back. Maybe he has a counter to that, maybe not. Otherwise, looks like that's a strike, and this thing is running. And it will do a little jig as it dances across the bridge. They're just like, ha, gotcha, ha, and of course it's at disadvantage to any non-roachling, so that is a modified 0. It's the most horrid thing you've ever seen as this thing goes dancing away. Dan, are you back with us? All right, we're going to pass it over to Kai's turn here again then.
Okay. I can't pass over the bridge things, right?
Correct.
Is oh god, the giant zebra. Is that as giant as the token is? I don't want to cast the spell and hit them also.
The horse is a large creature. The unicorn, yeah.
If I stay in the middle of the top of the bridge, can I aim at said friend up here?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to cast. Oh, where did my character sheet go?
Stop pushing on me. I'm not gonna move.
And we're gonna throw a fireball.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and click the attack side of that.
Kill me. You're only gonna
That was a big one.
I got to have what I want when I need it. I got to have what I need, even when I don't want it. Stop trying to run my life. It really brings me
24 will hit, and die 8 for the damage. please.
Sorry, double click.
if you would only love me. I'd gladly stick around.
Okay, and being resistant to fire, it will take 1 point of damage.
Okay. End turn.
All right. So the wretch will take its turn in response. Dan, are you back with us? Well, this is unfortunate.
Either way, you can still track whatever happens. If the wretch happens to go and kill his Evangeline, he'll get in trouble with the Tutu's family.
Alrighty. Okay, so I did my diligence there. I took the readied action that Evangeline would have taken. May not have rolled what Dan would have rolled, but it is an attack roll, and now this thing will take its attack. It's been randomizing, so we'll continue that. This time it is going against Marcus, and it will take a bite. Ow! 18 for 9 points of damage there, so... the unicorn is at 1 hit point, and the squire is at 2 hit points. And that will pass it back to the top of another round here for Callista.
Alright. Let's see. Does it have cover from Callista from that angle? The one that just attacked?
At 15 feet high, it does, yeah.
Okay, we'll move.
Bypass that.
And then a clockwork bolt again.
Yes, indeed. Oof. Well, it had 9 HP left. It's gone.
End turn.
All right. 1 second.
Hello, I'm back.
Oh, you missed some stuff, dude.
Welcome back. You're almost dead.
I apologize. I was
No
going to
worries.
say for for the one attack against my squire, I was going to use intercept. Deception.
I don't know what that is. Post it up.
Basically,
Well, which weapon or shield are you using? Is it the squire who's deflecting, or is the unicorn deflecting?
It's the unicorn. I could use it to deflect anything from an adjacent creature. I'll use the horn.
Okay, 1 second. Alright, so if we rewind time in that respect, effectively both hits there. So deflect 1 die 10 plus prof damage. Go ahead, roll 1 die 10 plus, I'm guessing, 2 at this level. All right.
Okay.
So I will let that slide this time. Going forward, we're not a fan of rewinds even after the fact, because we did our diligence in waiting an appropriate amount of time.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
You're good.
I was in the bathroom for so long.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah. Okay. Did you already go for my turn or anything?
I went with the squire's turn. I had it take a readied action. Something came up in its grill. I took a swing with her. She missed, and then the thing attacked Marcus, and that's where its hit point bar is at right now.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Okay, so we are on to the Psychic Ooze's turn. That one did not get its thing back, but this right here, Yutsuki, roll an intelligence saving throw, please. Oh gosh! As something is attempting to psychically attack you, and does, you only take 6 psychic damage instead of being knocked unconscious. And that will call it a day for that one's turn, and that passes it over to Marcus, whose hit point bar is flashing dangerously. Oh, damn! You're going to use the damage escape on that? Or are you sure? There's a lot more damage coming your way than just 6 in the future, I would say. All right.
I'm going to use Second Wind and heal up for a little bit.
Okay. Bonus action, second. Got it.
Are there any more enemies left? Is it just the one in front of me on the ledge?
There is that one up to the northeast. I don't know that he can see that one. So, yeah, I think where you're at, you don't see that there are any still alive. Some of the party can see this one way up here, though.
I'm gonna take this time to introduce myself to the party. Hello, anybody? Are there any more enemies still attacking us? Just in character.
Would I have to wait until my turn to respond?
You can free action respond so long as it's concise.
One to the north.
I see it. Much obliged. This area here, is that like a ditch?
Correct. That is the sewer trench. It's about 15 feet down.
Can I jump over it to the other side?
What is your strength score?
It is 16.
Yes.
I think. Okay.
Yeah,
As long as you have a 10-foot run.
Exactly. As long as you get a bit of a running start, you can clear that no problem.
Okay, they would go backward. They would go back, and then they would go back and then try to jump over. I don't know if that works.
Oh, you're going west?
He is only at 1 hit point. I understand him moving away from the combat.
Yeah.
I thought he was doing second wind though.
I am doing second wind. I'm just resting up for a little bit.
Gotcha. No worries.
Somebody get that horse and Goodberry.
So is that your turn? You're just backing off in second wind?
Yes.
All right. So
All right.
over to Evanara.
Knowing that she cannot actually reach him, she's going to move 5, 10, 15 to here, and she's going to target him with a luminous bolt.
No,
Does an 11 hit?
it does not. AC 13.
Damn. All right. That will be the end of her turn.
That'll pass it back over here to Yutsuki, who just avoided some damage there.
All right, and for the benefit of the new player, Yutsuki is an elf-looking character, medium or actually wearing light armor with a few weapons, daggers and turbo. Nothing, exorbitant or elaborate. But he's got kind of grayish ashen skin and pale white hair. He looks like a very typical kind of character. Okay, so
Cool.
now the psychic attack that he managed to shrug off. Does he know where that attack came from, or was it just kind of like an effect that was hitting him?
The latter. You have no idea where this came from. It's just like, whoa, what the hell was that?
All right. So that would have freaked him out a little bit. Like, I don't know how I survived that, but he is looking for cover. So he's gonna try and take cover behind this pillar as much as possible. He's realizing that he may need to fortify himself. He will be taking the good berry that was given to him. And how much hit points is that again?
4 hit points.
4? Alright. And then he will, as his cutting action ability, try and take the stealth. He's trying to avoid any, because he's not sure where the attack came from. So he's just going to try and hide from all attacks. So he's going to try again, take the stealth action here.
Okay. Much better. Alright. He's stealthed so good he can't even see himself anymore. The screen just went completely black for him. Now, for those situations, we like to put the cool little ninja mask on your token there to indicate successful stealth against most things in here, including your own party. So keep that in mind if anybody wants to interact with Yutsuki on this turn. Most of you saw him head off in that direction, and then I don't know where the hell he went. That'll bring it to our squire over here.
They can't really do much without Marcus, so they're just gonna pass and then ready in action.
Alrighty. Well, we have one roachling up here. 10, 20, 30. Is it 30 or 20? It's 20. Alright, well, we're going to toss a dart at disadvantage. Oh, damn, a 17!
That would still hit.
Ouch!
If it's aiming at me.
It is. You're just on the outskirts of its short range attack, so it will strike for 5 piercing and rush off down out of your line of sight.
Did it not mark down my hit points on you because I took them down on my character sheet? It's showing it as 19, but the bar shows 24 to me.
Yeah, I do see 19 of 24 on both of my screens here. Weird.
Okay, good.
All right, Kai, that is back over to you then.
I'm gonna start kind of wandering that direction. Sorry, I gotta talk louder. I'm gonna wander this direction over here about. Oh dear. That doesn't help much.
Yeah, basically with all combat kind of taking place in the same 6-second span, you would have seen the Roachling toss the dart connecting with Evanara there on the other side of the trench from you before it darted off down this passage.
Alright. I am good here. I'm done. End turn.
Alrighty. Well, that puts us exactly at the halfway point for our session here, friends, and you know what that means. We're going to take our halftime break. We'll see you in about 10 minutes, maybe 15 or so. Stretch your legs, get a drink, take a smoke. We'll see you on the other side, friends. Are you with us?
Yes.
Yep, first.
Yep.
Alright, let's get back into this.
Welcome back.
Grazie, grazie. Alright, so... Alright, I'm getting a little laggy here. I'm going to do a quick reset of the Roll20, and then hopefully that will get us going good again.
While you're doing that, I do have a quick question for you. The ledge that's beside me is a 5-foot ledge, right?
1 second. Both my pages are reloading.
No problem. I was just going to ask whether or not, with the strength 19, if I would still have to use double movement to climb up that ledge, or if I would be able to just jump up. On my turn, of course.
Gotcha. It's loading back in. What did you happen to check what the high jump rules are? 'Cause I know long jump is its own bag.
I believe high jump is half the distance of the long jump, and because I don't have a 10-foot running jump, that would half it again. So with a 19, it depends on whether or not you round it down or up.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it's always round down. Would it be that you need a 20 strength is what it would come out to then?
I believe so, yeah.
I see. High jump. Yeah, 3 plus your strength modifier, and then half. Okay, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, otherwise, difficult terrain to ascend to that little space there, and we will cross that bridge after Callista's turn here.
Alright, she's gonna look around over here, see if there's any foes that are need engaging, except for the one, I guess, that ran around the corner, right?
Correct.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She's gonna go here.
Alrighty. Yep, you can hear that guy's footsteps pitter-pattering off in this direction. No sign of him, though. Oh, there he is. Ran up a set of stairs there and is making his way to the end of the hallway. Was that a dash action for the extra movement?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't have anything else to do here.
Gotcha.
She'll just yeah, actually, she'll kind of point down the hallway, and that's it. Enter.
Okay. Well, that's it for the oozes. They have nothing for their turn. So, sending it back over here, where our unicorn is awaiting. You with us?
Yes, I will walk across the bridge and look around
Okay.
for enemies.
Yeah, everybody seems to be heading northeast. Even with a move and a dash, you're unlikely to be in any position to do anything offensive. At best, you're probably just moving into position for next time, unless you got something up your sleeve.
I don't. I'm just gonna move. I'm just gonna move in a dash
Okay.
to yeah. So
All right. Well, that's over to Evanara then. Moving on there. You can see some bones and a open chest of small gems all the way up there at the corner of the passage there.
All right. So after moving up there, Evanar is going to ready an action with Luminous Bolt in case the thing comes out this way.
Okay.
She's readying it, and just in case he's trying to sneak around on him.
All right. Over to Yutsuki. Nobody found you last round.
Okay. So noticing that everything's happening kind of this direction, he's going to for his cunning act, he's going to move up us here for
Your mic cut out pretty bad there. I can see you're moving east. I don't know if there was anything else you were saying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm taking the dash action as my or taking dash as my bonus action. And then running up here to right into this hallway. And from there, what this? I don't think you can see anything. Or does he see something at the end of that hallway right there?
You also see the piles of bones and a treasure chest with some small gems in it up there at the corner of the passage there.
All right. Okay, but there's no adversary there. All right, cool. And then he'll take, as his action, take the stealth to try and hide. And yeah, that'd be his turn. Just trying to move. He like strategically move throughout the little corridors here. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Alrighty. So that's over to the squire. Same situation as usual.
same situation as usual. Yeah, readying in action.
Why am I seeing a whole bunch of numbers across the hallway here?
It's the path of movement that Yutsuki took, and there we go. It takes a minute for it to finally catch up for some people for whatever reason.
Okay.
Okay, so Roachling will turn and throw a dart at the pursuing Callista there. Jeez! Alright, a 22 to hit for 6 piercing. And at that point, we will turn and run around the corner. That is a strike, even with a little bit of cover bonus there. And 3 radiant is not enough to drop it. Ah!
He has to make a con save or be blinded.
No! I can't see! Well, that hurt. We'll pass it over to Lilith's turn now.
Charge! Coming. I hope I could squeeze past you a little bit there, Marcus.
He's gonna hop over the unicorn.
I prefer squeeze under, maybe. I don't know. Slide past the wall on the unicorn's booty.
I feel like Chappelle in Robin Hood Men in Tights. Pissed off. If I was that close to a horse, I'd be worried about getting pissed on.
Go right ahead. Yeah.
This is too narrow to say. Well, are you still? You're flying, aren't you, Callista?
Yep.
Can I scooch underneath you?
Yeah, she's 15 feet above, so.
Do I have enough movement just to do this? I'm good.
She's wearing breeches, so you don't have to worry about looking up.
Wait, what was that?
She's wearing breeches, so you don't have to worry about looking up.
Was that a move and dash? Is that your turn?
Yes,
All right. So over top of another round, then go ahead, Callista.
All right. Going to move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Once you get into the hallway, the ceiling height narrows drastically, so you are almost forced to touch down, but you still have the movement to get right there up on it, and it's clearly blinded and fumbling about trying to figure out what to do.
She's like, ah! She's gonna drop her crossbow and pull out a dagger. Yeah, so drop the crossbow, pull out a dagger, and we'll attack it with said dagger.
All right. That's a hit. It's only got 1 hit point left. Oh my god! What dagger was that?
Right?
Jeez. Fucking
wow.
Double battle axe dagger.
Makes damage.
Well, okay. So yeah, that one is dead, and that'll do it for the roachlings.
Woohoo!
Yeah, she basically will like scream when she sees it suddenly, drops the crossbow, fumbles to grab a dagger and like stabs it in the neck. And then when she pulls it out, she's kind of like, oh shit.
Well, with that, I think we can drop initiative, because the only other baddies on the board we have not yet encountered. So I will just roll for them on the side for their recharge. Otherwise, we are out of initiative. Feel free to move around as you like. And the unicorn approaches the first of many 5-foot narrow passages and realizes, oh god, what have I done?
Evanar, after combat is done, she'll put her hammer onto her back and pull out one of the good berries and eat it.
Honestly, in 5 years of playing D&D, I've only this is the first time I've ever ran into a narrow ledge.
Yeah, when you asked that question, I was just like, well.
Woo!
Oh goodness, what happened here? Why am I? There we go.
Lilith.
I'll look to
Lilith
Callista
also-
and be like, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine, thanks. What about you?
I'll be good. You have one of those berries I gave you. You should eat it.
Oh, yeah, she eats the berry. Thanks. And
Lilith
then
also.
and then she picks up the crossbow and checks to make sure that it's all right. Fixes and twiddles with it with her all-purpose tool. As then she starts walking back, and I think that's it, right?
I think so, but look at this. And she's going to point at the chest of gems.
Oh,
Yeah, Callista's standing right on top of it. Didn't even see it there.
oh, right. I suppose I could carry it for everybody. Not very strong though.
Could also spend it
should-
for everybody too.
I should be able to carry it, and Callista will use her 19 strength to just kind of hoist the chest up.
It's definitely the pride of a low-level troop of monsters here, but these gems are valuable. You can see that there's at least 20 of them, and each of them are worth 50 gold.
All right. So 50 gold each, and there's 10 of them, you said?
Let's roll 2 die 4, please. Whoever wants to. Whoever gets it first gets it. And hopefully you roll high. Oh! Well, we'll take a 2 and a 3 for a total of 5 there. There are 25 gems.
Well, perfect. Then that would be 5 gems apiece to everybody who's here.
Jeez, it's like I'm not even here. Alright.
Sorry.
I like treasure. I just gave you this treasure too, and I can't even have any of it? Fuck, man.
We'll give it to you in spirit.
That's okay. I'll get it on the merchant side of it, or on the bar tab side.
It's like when we sell it,
That
you
is
get
fair.
it.
If I were to inspect the cage here,
They were-
would it just be a normal cage, or would it be something special?
And you said they were worth 50 gold each, right?
Correct. Andrew's asking something about the cage, but yeah, your connection's a little fuzzy there.
Yeah, can you hear me okay now?
Yes, sir.
Alright, yeah. Is there anything special about this cage, or is it just a mill kind of steel bar enclosure?
Nothing abnormal or special that you would not expect to find.
Lilith would also take a moment to eat a good berry as well.
All right.
I would like to introduce myself as Evangeline. Just like say hi, hello, to anybody who's here.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you.
Hello,
I'm Callista.
Evanara Lightsworn. It is a pleasure.
It is good to see you. I'm only seeing Lilith and Callista at the moment. I'm not anywhere near
Hello,
Evanar.
I'm Lilith.
It's all good. Evanara can see you.
That's disconcerting.
Hey.
Hello, I'm Marcus Zebra. It's fun. It's nice to meet you. I'm not going to go over there because it's kind of tight, but I'll stay here and keep watch.
He shall plug the tunnel for us.
Why are you yelling? Are you warning everything that we are here?
Oh, I'm yelling because you're down a tunnel.
No, I'm over here.
Oh,
The voice is coming from the south of you now.
well,
I found treasure for everybody as well. 5 gems each.
Woohoo!
okay. I will. Ooh, treasure. Excellent. Does that treasure include any healing potions?
No, but we do have good berries. If you need a few, they should help with healing.
Excellent. They would take a running jump and try to jump over the gorge.
I'm over here. You literally just jumped away from me.
Oh, I couldn't see you. I couldn't see you. To be honest, the shadows in this place.
If you'd like, I can also cast the light spell on you.
That would be very much appreciated. Squire, put out your light. And then they would take another running jump towards you again.
Evanar will move over so that he has room. And then when they get there, Evanar will reach up to whatever Evangeline is holding as a weapon and cast the light spell on it.
Go ahead, post that up.
That is their longsword for now.
Oh, gotcha. So, frees up a hand for them, but mechanically it's the same light source that I have set for them.
Yep, it just makes it a little easier and also doesn't waste their torches.
Yeah.
And then she will present a good berry to Evangeline and look over at her unicorn and be like, "It looks like your mount also needs a little bit of healing." And then she'll pull out another good berry and hand it or feed it to Marcus Zebra.
Very much appreciated, ma'am.
No
Thank
problem. And that heals up 4 hit points for each berry that you eat.
And I will go
You
ahead
handed me
and
two?
take-
One
take
for
my-
Evangeline and one for Marcus, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And he took a step down and says, well, speaking of gems, I will just go ahead and take my share now. He's not going to wait for it to be divvied up later. He's going to insist on taking his share now.
Oh yeah, she's here divvying it up to everybody as we go. She'll hand you 5 of the gems. Has anybody checked these creatures to see if they have anything on them?
No. I guess I could go back and check them. I'll be right back.
All right.
Do you need an investigation roll?
Yes, please. All right. Where? Oh, I see.
I think I see a few doors over there, and she's going to point in this direction.
Combined between the roachlings, the weird little abyssal creatures had nothing of interest on them monetarily, unless anybody's just wanting to capture like monster trophies, like teeth or part of its skin or flesh. Monetarily, though, from the roachlings, they did each have a few non-magical darts, non-magical short swords, and 71 gold pieces amongst themselves.
Yeah, Callista will come back and, I guess divvy out the gold if people want it now.
Oh, 1 second here. Evanara! Intelligence saving throw, please. Nice! 5 psychic damage on the successful save. No clear indication where this is coming from, who's doing it. For all you know, it could be somebody in your party. It could be somebody scrying on you from 1,000 miles away. Just something is dealing psychic damage directly into your brain.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's anything hidden that might be doing it? As she like grabs her head and goes,
Yeah? Yeah, nothing standing out, nothing hidden or otherwise drawing your suspicion.
It's too bad I didn't have that chief's hat attuned yet, because that would have been advantage on my perception check, and that would have actually succeeded.
Are you okay?
Something just like attacked my mind. It hurt. And she's going to stagger over the bridge.
Why don't we spread out and see if we can find it, whatever that was.
Let's get another one of those intelligence saving throws from Yutsuki this time as he makes his way over the threshold there. Oh, God! Well, thankfully a failed save is only 7 points of psychic damage in this case. And 1 second there for Marcus. Hold position there, please. Alright, intelligence saving throw from the Squire. Success. 5 psychic damage on the successful save. And something is bombarding your psyche as well, but no idea where it's coming from.
Yeah, if I'm attacked, I'll kind of yell out to everybody that there's still something within the cavern still plague us. or something unseen or unknown. And I'm like, if we stay here, if we don't figure out what it is, it might eventually kill us. So either we find out what it is, or I think we need to leave.
I agree. Yutsuki, come with me. Let's see if we can get that door over here opened. Maybe we can get ourselves some safety over there.
Can I make a perception check to check the surrounding roof and the just look around?
Yeah, sure thing. Yep, and I can see somebody clicked on the door from afar, already revealing that it is locked. Just for our going forward, don't click the door unless you're right up on top of it, because in the event that the door was unlocked, you would have opened it from a far ways away. In the event that the door was trapped, you would have triggered the trap. And in those cases, I am very much a play it as it lies guy. So if you're over here and your sticky fingers accidentally click on the doorway over here and it's a trap that only affects in a 10-foot radius and you wonder how does it get me over here, connect the dots.
I do apologize. I was actually trying to do the highlight of the door to say that there is a door I saw over there.
Yeah, it's tricky with the door. You gotta like get to the south of it ish kind of deal. In this case, no harm, no foul. The door is just simply locked. No trap on it whatsoever, and we did not open it. So feel free to continue your investigation.
She's going to eat another good berry, by the way.
Murky spot right here.
That is the water coming down from the ruined city above. That is a waterfall.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, looks like everybody is continuing to move forward there. Marcus does not find much with his perception, but he does find... shit! Make sure to get the 5 psychic damage for the Squire on the successful save, because another attack is targeting her. So a second intelligence save. And, oh god, she's either going to have 1 hit point on a success or be unconscious. Boy, am I glad I'm not rolling attributes for a D&D character, because so far I would have 3 10s.
So as all these attacks are happening, are we is it apparent that attacks are happening? Or...
It is not. Like, there's no visual or audible component to it whatsoever. Just the people who are targeted when they are. It's almost like an instant and spontaneous migraine.
But right. Okay, but is there a reaction from the people that are being attacked?
Oh,
Probably.
yeah. Evangeline was screaming, "Ah! Ah!"
Yeah, I would definitely guess so.
And yeah, you had the same thing with Evanar.
Marcus would start to retreat back to the safety of the group, and yeah, this tunnel is evil.
The more we all agree and we realize something's happening. Okay. Can I attempt to open that door then?
We do know the door is locked, so go ahead and roll your thieves' tools.
Okay, yeah. Apparently, if that's the only door out of here, we need to leave. Not necessarily that this will alleviate the situation, but I don't think we have any other tools. Let's see, right here.
Something's happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear.
The door unlocks. Be warned now. When you click it, the door will open. If there is something inside of there, it will likely spawn an encounter instantly. So get yourself in position how you want to be if there is something on the other side of the door waiting to kick your ass.
Evanara will get here and ready in action with her luminous bolt and suggest to Yutsuki to swing the door open once everybody's ready.
I was like, backing off. We're getting the hell out of here.
I feel like I unlock the door though before I open it. Is particular anything other than anything particular about the door that stands out?
It's a very old door. The lock was not the best, and in the event that somehow your group was unable to get through the lock, you could have probably just busted it down. Otherwise, not really anything out of the norm for it.
All right. So since I unlocked it, I'll just go ahead and push the door, and I'm be trying to escape this cavern or this cavern here, because this is an area of danger. So yeah, I'll be trying to get out of the dangerous area.
Go ahead, click
without
the door.
really. Yeah. All right.
All right. The smell of mold and swamp and mushrooms wafts out of a room that does not seem like it's been opened in quite some time. There's a large pool of murky water in the center of it. Large mushrooms and fungus and mold growing all over the place, and even at this early level, your adventuring instincts are telling you watch where you step. The slightest dislodging could send a cloud of spores that could just hit all of you at once. But as Yutsuki takes point and gets a peer around the corner there, I'll scoot you up just a second here so you can kind of get a look at the whole room as though your character were poking his head around the corner. There's nothing in here.
Well, we could stay in this room, but I don't know if that would be a good idea with all these mushrooms. Was there any other doors you guys saw? Or do we want to exit this cave for now, rest up outside, and then come back in?
We are kind of outside. Are you outside again?
Well, I point to the south passage of this cavern down here, and I'm like, anybody check out where that goes?
I haven't yet.
Well, unless there's any other, I mean, if we stay here, we're gonna die. Obviously, something's coming after us. So I'd say we take off and either that direction. That's probably the best direction that I see.
Well, my
But
thought
that'll
is
be-
whatever it
that'll-
is that's attacking us, if we have to come back out this way, it will be there to attack us again. So it's up to you. Either way. We have to make a decision fast.
Oh, we haven't found out we don't know what's attacking us.
Exactly.
If it's attacking, yeah. So if we don't know what it is, it's just gonna pick us off one at a time. So we need to get out of here.
Let's go.
Move
All right.
forward.
So just point to that hallway down here and start running.
And I'll wait for the rest to catch up to me here because I just kind of kept moving.
Well, some of you do spot a second door over here.
Want to check the other door?
Otherwise, winding passage heading south and to the west over here, and then another one heading south and to the east right over here. So it looks like we got a few different directions to possibly choose from.
And a fork in the road right here.
Yes, indeed. Another 5-foot narrow passageway as the unicorn looks at it and face palms.
Well, there is that door back over this way if you want to check that one, or we can go down here.
Let's get the door.
Okay.
I prefer to stay as a group. If we're going to get picked off, you might as well send my body back to my family.
Okay. Yutsuki, do you want to go and get that door then?
We found the door.
Okay, I'm
Right
looking
over
at that door, and I see that there's a hall here, or a walkway here, right in front of it, a walkway to the side, and a walkway to the back that we were just at. I realized it's probably just a small little room, and I'm like, I'm not even going to try and open that door. It's just a room to nowhere.
If that's the case, Evanara will just use her warhammer and smash it open.
More power to you, man.
Yeah, this door has a slight bit more resilience to it than the one up to the north, and a resounding clang is your only response.
Would you like me to try something? I could take a look if it's trapped, and then maybe pick the lock if I need to.
Sounds like an idea. This one seems a little more sturdy, and she'll step back.
Okay, hold right there 1 second. I knew something was wrong. Oh, for goodness sake. That's why. The whole API is broken. Son of a bitch. So what happens when you use a map that you built a year and a half ago? And I did double check it for accuracy last session, and it worked just fine, but apparently the API has shut down.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Right. Oh, it looks like it's still working. So now I can't fathom what the hell's going on. Worst case, we'll just manual resolve this. Loading, starting, spinning up new sandbox. Good. Initialized. Okay. Oops. And now I'm loaded into the Roll20 tutorial. That's fantastic. No! Alright. Loading back in. Okay, Evanara, do me a favor. Let's do the time warp here. Take a step to the left and then a step to the right. There it is. The wall to the left of the locked door there contains a triggered deadly blade that swings at you. And looks like as part of that, it already rolls your dexterity save. And connects for 14 points of... Oh, God!
Owie, ow. Okay. Evanara will take a few moments to eat some more good berries.
And there we go. If you step off of that square now, you should... everybody should be able to see the bloody blade clearly just hanging out of the wall. It's a one-time trap. It's not like it resets itself for the next person to step through, so... Ow!
You alright?
I will be, as she eats 4 good berries.
Yikes.
I did suggest to leave that door alone, just so you know.
If you knew that there was a trap there, you should have said so.
Not to mention the fact that if there's a trap,
I didn't say
there
there
might be
was
something
a trap.
important
I just said
inside.
it was best to leave the door alone.
Well, since it's already triggered, let me check to see if the door itself is trapped, and then I'll see if I can open it. If it's not,
No sign of any trap upon the door.
okay. So then, just gonna try opening it, and if it's locked, I'll use thieves' tool.
It is locked, and upon jiggling the handle, a dart that you didn't catch expels from a hidden nook in the door, threatening to poison you. Constitution save, please. Oh, you are good on that. So half damage, 6 poison damage.
Now I really want to know what's behind this door.
Oi.
We can deal with your death wish later, but let's get out of this place.
That's for the lockpicking.
Very good. That will crack it open.
Have y'all found a way out?
Door is ready to be opened when you click on it. Make sure everybody's in position. Inside,
I'm standing a safe distance away.
a 10 by 10 foot room with a stone box inside. The lid is closed.
What do you think? I mean,
I
it
think
was
you should probably check for traps.
all right. I'm gonna use guidance this time.
All right.
It's a trap! I'm telling you, it's a trap!
It's a trap!
So curious. Yay!
And Evanar will step back around the corner here and wait for her to try opening the box.
No sign of any traps or locks upon the box. What's in the box?
All right. She's gonna try and open it.
Alrighty.
Go, brave one!
A magical granite rhomboid ejects from the box and floats in midair right before you. It is a magical iron stone, but because it is classified as a very rare magic item, its effects are not identifiable through a simple arcana check like I would normally do. You will have to spend either a short rest getting to know the item and or an identify spell.
Well, I don't think that room will be big enough for us to all hide in.
Hey, we got Liam's tiny hut. It's a perfect spot for one.
She'll indicate what it is.
Hey, I found a door.
All right. I guess she'll grab the iron stone for later, and then she'll shout out. Well, I guess she'll tell whoever's next to her that looks like some kind of iron stone. And there's nothing else in the box.
Nothing else in the box.
I'm just gonna do a quick investigation to see if there's any kind of like secret doors or anything like that.
Okay.
16.
No secret doors, but while you're investigating, roll a intelligence saving throw as the mental bombardment strikes again. Ouch! You make the save, but it's 4 points of psychic damage on the success.
Hello? I found a door!
Alright, that's great. Let's go.
Here's some conversation from the south. Stealth check.
Evanara will
got it.
follow. I think I'm going to let you trappers go first, just in case there's more traps. That last one really hurt.
Gonna eat another
Why-
good
why-
berry.
why are
I think
we
we had,
going
what,
this way?
4 each?
Why are we going this way? There's
Everyone had
there's no-
10 each except for who was it?
Marcus,
I didn't get any.
I got one.
I only got one last time.
When I cast the spells originally, I had the 3 spell slots worth, which was 30 good berries. So
Yeah, but last
that was divvied up between the party last game session we were in. And I think one person was limited with 5 berries, which was who was it? Andrew's character, I think.
Oh, no, because you told me I had one because I thought you cast the spell. You got 10, and there was 6 of us. So like 4 people got 2, and then I was odd man out got 1.
So
I
no,
thought it
because I
started.
had 3 spell slots that I would have used beforehand when we did that, like before we came down.
All right.
My character casts it before we go to sleep at night, right? So if I have 3 spell slots left, or I have the 1 free spell slot plus 2, then I would have done that. That would have been 30 split between us.
All right. So how many would I have been given total?
I believe you had 5.
Okay, so taking one, I'll pop another. No, I'll pop another 2 of them then. Can you do 2 at once?
It's an action per.
Well, we've been standing around here waiting. Well, while they were opening
Oh yeah,
the door,
outside
I
of
would've-
outside of initiative, an action is no problem whatsoever. It really only matters once we're inside of the 6-second constraint.
All right. All right, so I'll pop 2 more, and then I'll have 2 more in reserve.
Bitchin'!
All right, well, we have a door down here. Kalista, do you want to go check that?
Sure.
See, we send the zebra.
Wait, where'd everybody go?
Right,
We went south of the one door we just opened. Directly
Keep going south and west from where you're at there, Andrew. Don't take the right branch, take the
Oh.
left winding one. Yeah, there you go.
You gonna investigate
Investigate, yeah.
with
All right.
guidance?
No lock, no traps. Click the door when you're ready for it to open. To reveal the worst secret ever. A 5-foot wide, 10-foot long passage that leads to nothing at all.
Gonna look for secret doors in there, I guess.
Alright. Yeah, nothing doing in here. All seems on the up and up.
She shrugs and she tells them what's in there.
All right, well, let's continue looking then.
Reverse single file.
Evanar will jump across.
Okay. Oh.
And then
you
get
guys
crushed
just-
by a
You
zebra.
guys
or
just
by
got
a-
completely fucking smashed. Yeah, you did. All of a sudden, from the other side, you just hear, "Hey, you guys!" And looks like Evanara's on point, so you get the intelligence saving throw. Oh, ouch! For 15 psychic. Yikes.
Oh, she drops to her knees at that point, holding her head.
Oh!
We have to find what is doing that, and she's going to use a perception check and try and scan around again. Nothing.
No clue at all.
Well, she'll
Will
take
it-
15 damage.
Will an investigation check help?
Can we do an investigation only after we're attacked, or can we just, from the visual cues that we're getting from our teammates, try and make an investigation check?
I'm going to say roll insight.
I'm going to use the last 2 good berries I have.
I'll guidance whoever is going to roll, or I can roll.
I'm thinking everybody roll.
Oh, okay.
You said an insight?
Yeah.
I'm going to put guidance on myself as well.
Yikes. All
So a
right.
whopping 10.
You made average. Marcus is going to intimidate. Where are you? Going to go into Christian Bale Batman mode all of a sudden. Okay, insight, respectable, very, very good, laughable, and more laughable.
Doesn't work.
So, Yutsuki and Kalista are both convinced that while you don't know what it is or where it is, it's got to have either some kind of range limitation, which would be the more likely outcome, or somehow the central area of this sewer where you guys spent most of your combat, somehow there's like some kind of protective field over it that is shielding you from this effect. That's extremely unlikely. But based on what you've got with your insight checks, either it can't reach you if you're in the center of the area, or you're protected by some other means.
Can she use like an investigation roll to try and triangulate where it could possibly be, given, you know, the different people who exclaimed when they got attacked, including herself?
Yes.
All right, got a guidance again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna spend my inspiration to take the 21.
Okay. That would also be a no-go there, but with your inspiration, you can re-roll that entirely, and effectively we take the best of 4.
Oh, nice. And since I have hero points, I'm going to use a hero point.
Okay. Well, let's see what you get on the next double here. Shit, so 21 is the best, and then go ahead, try hero point. Die 8. Shit. Yeah, this is just too many possibilities. It's too large of an area, and you don't know exactly what their range is, so trying to even begin triangulating this, and then there might be more than one of them you start to consider, so you quickly give up those hopes after a few minutes of trying to explode your brain.
And I think we should probably try to get out of here as quick as we can, because this is getting ridiculous.
I agree.
Yeah, I think we need to put some distance between us and this place.
Did we get everything we needed to come here to do?
I think it would depend. If that Iron Stone was what we were looking for, then yes. But is it what we are looking for? We don't know.
All right, let's go. And there's nothing else that we haven't explored here, right? Except that moldy room.
There's down south here, right?
Correct. This entire southeastern sector has been unexplored.
Let's try and do that quickly then.
All right. I'm going to do something real quick as we do this.
Okay. Oh. Everybody gets crushed by the unicorn again.
So that healing word would also heal up with 3 more hit points. Is that right?
I don't know.
I'll go on ahead first since I've been kind of behind everybody.
Callista will take point.
Oh, there's another door.
Door.
On the south side of the passageway coming up ahead here.
Well, do you want to try and see if there's traps?
I'll do what I normally did.
Looks like this passage might connect with the larger sewer trench passage up there to the north if anybody opted to go that way. Investigation. This door is neither locked nor trapped.
Okay, gonna open it.
All right. Another vacant room. Oh, wait, what's that?
My time with a just a bit here. Okay.
That's unusual. It's like a Spartan statue made of stone positioned up against the right side of the room. Very out of place with everything else that's been down here.
A Arcana, a history to see what the relevance of this thing might be?
Sure. Can go either.
Can I do a religion?
That could work.
And I'm going to use guidance on myself as well.
Okay.
Never mind, it wouldn't matter if I did
geez.
guidance or not.
Feel free to proceed up, everybody. We're outside of initiative, so no need to linger back unless you're afraid there's a big AoE and you're ahead of the curve. Don't let me force you forward either.
What I was thinking is we could probably hide up in here and rest up if we need to, as long as the statue is safe.
Can I detect magic type?
You certainly can. The statue is definitely magical. And as you explore it for another few seconds, it is an illusory magic. And
Interesting. Does it start to change?
brief interjection here for Yutsuki, who is checking off to the east there. This right here leads to the next section of the sewer dungeon. So there is a whole other map ahead of us. And I think I accidentally trapped Marcus inside of a wall, so let me back you out of there real quick. When I do the force perspective, if you're moving your token, of course, it's going to jot you over to where I'm forcing everybody.
Yeah, I was trapped for I was trying to figure out how to get out.
Welcome! You will never escape!
So there's more down this way, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay. So yeah, so after they open the room, just kind of jump ahead, scout the area or scout the hallway outside our buddy. Well, the passage leads down this way, and that's as much as we can tell right now.
So are we resting here or continuing on?
I'm not sure. I mean, I'd be okay with resting if you guys need to catch your breath. Did she tell us? Did she tell us that she detected illusory magic, or did she just keep that to herself?
Oh, yeah, I'll let y'all know. The statue here seems to be magical and seems to have illusionary magic to it. I'm not really sure resting near it might not be a good idea.
Okay. So if it's illusory magic, it means it may not be what it seems. And Evanar is going to inspect it. I think it's, what is it, an intelligence saving throw to try and see through illusions?
Mm-hmm.
So I will try to do an intelligence save with guidance. Or can guidance... No, that's only checks. So yeah, I'll just do an
Correct.
intelligence save.
Okay. What the
I
heck?
got a 0. I'm
Wait
not
a
having
minute.
luck with my rolls.
Wow.
So that would mean if I go back in time, I could potentially influence myself and change all... Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed.
That's 2 nat 1s in a row. 2 nat 1s in a row for her. That's bad.
Gosh. Nobody will top Grant. It's posted to our Roleplaying Unlimited TikTok page for permanency. And he almost matched it this last week, but a few months ago, he rolled 4 natural 1s in a row. And
Wow.
this past week, he rolled 3 natural 1s out of 4 rolls. He rolled a natural 1 and then like a 5, and then 2 natural 1s on the next set of dice. So nobody tops his horrible rolls. Even Katie on our Friday night and Monday night crew, who claims to have the worst dice, Grant's got her topped, I think.
Wow.
In a Hero Forge game that I'm playing in, I actually had the best rolls of the night. We had a total of 8 nat 20s in the game.
Awesome.
5 of them were by my character. 2 of them were in a row that I rolled, and then one of the other ones was rolled immediately after my 2 nat 20s.
Oh, damn. That's freaking cool.
Yeah. So a little bit more examination of this, I guess, thing.
Go ahead, roll an intelligence saving throw for yourself as well, because Evanar is clearly like, yeah, this is...
You're kicking rocks with Evanara.
Well, thankfully, a natural 1 is not a failure on a saving throw, and it's a low-level illusion.
I'm gonna spend the inspiration.
So
it's not necessary.
If we were to walk in the room, do we automatically get an intelligence or a intelligence roll against?
You have to do it. You have to use an action to do it.
It's not an automatic thing, but now that she's called attention to it, everybody has reason to believe there's an illusion there, so the save can be made.
Oh.
But now that
now
that Callista has made the save and pointed it out to everybody, here's what's fake, here's what's real, there's no need for anybody to make a save, because now everybody can see there is a secret door, a faint outline of it right up against that wall. And that's what the illusory Spartan statue was guarding.
Ooh, nice.
Oh my.
Alright. So do y'all want to rest first before I try and open this?
I would be okay going on if we want. The further we can get from whatever's doing that damage to us would be good.
Yeah, I'm not against taking a rest if we are if we're sure that we're out of range of whatever was attacking our minds. But if we're not out of range, I think we still need to move on.
Here, why don't you help me so that I can get advantage?
So, what do you need help with?
Investigating it and picking the lock.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that. For this door, I'll do that. The other door, I told you it went nowhere.
As we explore our options out here, Callista, roll an intelligence saving throw. That will make it. That'll be 6 psychic damage as a result. Instead of 12. And then proceed with what you're doing.
Alright, we're in such a small room. If she's taken the damage and reacts in that way, Avanara is going to use guidance and
Fireball.
search around and look to see what might be causing it in this room.
Fireball, targeted on self.
Does anyone want to help me so I get advantage on the check?
Well, Callista.
Yeah. If you were doing something with the door, I would just.
Yeah, Callista's investigating the door frantically, so somebody else might want to zero in on this thing.
The investigation on the door is it's second verse, same as the first few that you've had here. No traps, no lock.
All right, you want to do the thief's tools there, and with help from Callista, Yotsu?
Perception check. Still no closer to finding where this thing is,
it
but
locked?
you're just convinced it's close. It's got to be close.
The door's not locked, right?
It's not locked. It's not trapped.
Oh, okay, then she'll open it.
All right. Boom! Just kidding. The door opens up. Before you step in, what I do not have a token for is in the space right in front of this beautifully inlaid bronze and dark wood treasure chest. There is, extremely out of place, a slimy wet rock just sitting on the floor right in front of the treasure chest.
Arcana check to see if it's some or nature check.
Sure,
Either one.
either could work. Whichever you are feeling more in this moment. No!
Okay, yeah.
Wow! Whoa!
I didn't use guidance because I don't think she had time to cast it.
Well, I don't think you need it. You're rolling 28s at level 2 here. Good gracious, bodacious Ignatius. Okay, so that's going to reveal that, and that will get another batch of initiative going here, but we will hold off on that until our next session, as we are in the final few minutes here. But we have finally found the psychic gray ooze that out of game a few of us definitely saw through the fourth wall and knew it was here somewhere. And here is the primary thing that's getting us.
See, I don't know if it was seeing through the fourth wall. It's just there was all of a sudden damage coming to everybody, and they're just like, where is it coming from? Someone's doing this.
Oh, for sure. It depends, because when I would post the ability that it was doing, or when I rolled initiative for it, Psychic Gray Ooze posted into the chat log. So anybody who was especially eagle-eyed was like, okay, there's something around here, but of course in-game we're just like, I don't know, it's something. This is the big thing, though. While it remains motionless, it is indistinguishable from an oily pool or wet rock. That's why when we were all the way up here in the wet, murky swamp room, there was one of them right there, just none of us could see it. Because it just looked like a rock mixed in a room that it fit perfectly into. This one, the story in the dungeon is essentially these roachlings are familiar enough that the ooze is here, and they've kind of been hunting it on and off for a number of days now. And the ooze has kind of it's made its way here almost as a place to recover before it makes another assault against the roachlings.
Interesting.
So next session, we will get into it with this ooze. We will find out what is in this treasure chest behind us and what lies beyond in the next section of the dungeon over there. Great session tonight. Thank you all so much for turning out. Definitely a bit of a slow start here, but we're all still getting used to sharing the table together. New player joining in, new character jumping in, existing characters jumping out. Some logistical stuff to handle as well, so we all got through that, and on to greater adventures ahead. This will officially be the end of this week's trifecta of games. We did Justin's on Tuesday. We did Coalescence Part 2 last night. If you missed that, strongly encourage catching some of that video on demand, because Nihilus is a fucking badass. And tonight, of course, Session 2 of the real Aijy Oreli. Just what that entails, we will find out in the weeks to come. Next sessions, we are back with our doubleheader on Sunday. So we have another trifecta ahead between Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday next week. Sunday looks like Sunday night is confirmed this time around for everybody. We don't have a Super Bowl getting in the way of our schedule. I thought we might be able to compete with that, but what do I know? Fantastic stuff here tonight, though. Thank you all so much. And just a note here to Dan on the side. I kept meaning to bring this up throughout the session. Your character is supposed to be level 2. So go ahead and level Marcus up to level 2. We will keep the Squire where she is at for the time being, but Marcus is at least going to be level 2. You can go ahead and knock that out anytime between now and next session, 2 weeks out from now. We will catch you this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific, though, friends. Thank you all so much, and just remember, there's no RU without you. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Good night.
Latest.
What about this self-confident girl? Guess you really need to be with her. She's so clever and so strong. Will you really need to? Will you really need to meet her? All men are obsessed. It's a pure necessity to worship her.